Black Spot Curse has been put on the Empire Arat, regardless of current diplomatic relations toward that empire, and until this is removed, any other empire can enter the Cursed Empire and eliminate their units for dust without constraint or penalties. That's actually super strong here. Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Endless Legends Symbiosis. We are playing as the Morgawr, and it is a beautiful dust eclipse right now, which means we need to be getting as much dust as we can from all of these wonderful ruins that are strewn about everywhere, which is what our scouts are currently working on. Minus this scout, which is basically just trying to survive the Tettikes here. Although realistically, if they die to those Tettikes, it's not the end of the world. I think we were sending them down this way, but I can't remember if that was exactly what we were doing last time. I needed like some decompression time, guys, so yesterday there were no videos. I took like 24 hours off just to be offline for a little bit. And it felt really good. So if you're like me and you spend a lot of time with technology, definitely consider a little time off. It's kind of nice. Okay. So these guys are going to knock this over in no time. Like, it won't even be an issue, because they have nothing to defend. In order to attack, you must make a declaration of war. Fine. You guys pushed me to this. We tried to warn you, but you pushed us, and now here we go. The nice thing is, though, as somebody pointed out in the comments, the roving clans cannot declare war on their own, so while we did have to declare war to get that facility, if we capture enough facilities to control these naval regions, and then we find a way to make peace with them, there's really no way for them to take them back. Cold War is over. Very well. We too are ready to mint coins in the heat of war. They're nervous about the war, though, so that's actually kind of good for us, because that means maybe they're not as ready as they'd like us to believe. Okay, you guys are heading the right way. That is a scout coming out of here to help us get some more of that beautiful, gorgeous dust. Guys, why can't you search it again? You're right there. Okay, well, hopefully the dust eclipse doesn't end within the next turn, because if it does, it's going to be very sad. Also, cliffs suck. I didn't realize there was a cliff there, so we moved to a slightly wrong spot, because we don't seem to be able to search that ruin until next turn. Once again, hoping that dust eclipse does not fall off, though, because that'll be really disappointing if it does. The dust eclipse a really, really great opportunity for us to get an influx of dust to help us out, because we do fall behind on dust quite quickly due to the extreme cost of having those cat's paw armies. Okay, so Empire Mint is done, and it looks like our research queue is empty. So that means we've gotten everything out of Tier 1 that we really, really wanted. And now we should be looking at potentially influence gaining, things like that. Actually, now we should be looking at cargo docks without any exception. Cargo docks are the #1 thing we want right now. So we're going to get cargo docks for sure. And then we'll probably aim for hydrology next. After hydrology, though, we should look into potentially getting our Leviathans up here. Although I'm realistically not sure what Leviathans do task-wise. They're submersibles, so they basically destroy other ships more effectively, I believe. That being said, submersible is not the most amazing thing ever, in my opinion. So what we might do instead is, once we get this, we may go after this happiness boost and then this influence boost, because I think those are going to make a bigger impact. We should also consider going after Alchemy Workshop as well. That science will help quite a bit. We have access to the advanced armor now. Unfortunately, we do not have a governor, because we're using our hero as a naval leader. We don't have one, and we do need one. So the next thing we're going to be focusing on is trying to build up enough dust to grab one of these governors. We do have an empire plan here. We have 357, which is enough to keep what we have, which is great. Not enough to upgrade by 3 points. Come on, game. Fine. We'll take what we have. Not a big deal. That does mean that we can start moving people out of influence and back into things that actually matter, like food. No. Like production. Yes. Okay, so if we go production here, we're going to get a lot of different stuff out real quickly. However, at the same time, we do want to build up dust here to get a governor, so maybe we put everyone in dust for a few turns just to get a new governor hired. It's going to take us about 400 dust to hire a new governor. We currently only have 145. Just from that city alone, we'd be able to get another 63 dust. So if we switch our other cities into dust as well, we may actually be able to get enough relatively quickly. Okay, so we're at 230 now, so just by searching ruins, we're getting a lot closer to our dust goals. Come on, show me what you got. Nowhere. That is the Ghost Force accessory. That's actually really cool. The question is, will I be able to use it effectively with this faction? And the answer is, I don't know. We'll have to find out in the future. What I can tell you, though, is that we need to go get those pearls right there, because pearls are always useful. So we'll send him over to grab those. This guy should be heading to grab these pearls in the water here right now. Good job. And then these guys, we want to start moving down this way again. Really want to get that facility. That strategic boost facility is going to be incredibly useful for us. However, we don't know what kind of enemy forces we're going to confront over here. We do know they've been very naval-minded so far, the roving clans have. So we could run into some pretty heavy resistance out here on the waters. Not something I'm necessarily super concerned with, though. Also not going to buy that out for 65 dust, even though that's very tempting. See, if we can get our dust generation up, buying stuff out like that will be hugely helpful for us. And this is another, like, just look at how good this city is doing already, guys. That's what blows me away about how good the lava regions are. Look at what we have left to build improvement-wise. Pretty much nothing. Like, we've built through everything already very, very quickly, and that's just because so much production is available in these volcanic regions. Okay, so Shirel over here is doing the things and then making the naval units, but we do want to go ahead and put an Empire Mint in queue there as well. And while we're at it, the Empire Mint will be out in one turn. How much dust do we get if we switch them into dust? Okay, so if we switch everybody but our production region into dust production, we'll get 151 dust. We already have 230. I think we're going to do that primarily just because we want to be able to go ahead and get the... or get a hero as soon as possible. And while we're at it, we should look at the heroes that are available. And on the Seer is actually kind of perfect for us. That extra influence boost, very useful. How much does he cost? 444. Okay, so we won't necessarily reach that next turn, but we can reach it within 2. The only thing I'm concerned about is potentially somebody else picking him up before we get it, which is not a great thing for us if it happens, but I mean, there's not a whole lot we can really do about it if it does. I'm going to start sending this guy over here. And the reason why is because this is the last region on our little island that we could potentially control. So I'm probably going to move to take that over, and the reason why is that'll insulate us from Urkan attacks. Urkans can't move into a region we already control, so at least if we lock that down, it'll prevent the Urkans from coming after us. Which is actually a really good idea at this point. What do we have over here anomaly-wise that would be good to build next to? I mean, right here is actually kind of a good spot to build because there's so many of these ocean tiles that we get things from. And there doesn't look to be any other really great anomalies here. Yeah, there's a mutant marsh there. No, there's not. So on this particular region, that's really the only anomaly worth grabbing. So we'd probably settle right here and have a ton of food and dust and everything. So that's something we should be looking to do as well. And we should be doing that relatively soon. I think maybe... No, we don't want to have a pop come out of Mchala because they're just sort of building up. Ranf should be making a settler. And we'll put that before the Vor here. And that makes me want to have them in production even more, but we're going to wait just a little bit so that we can grab that hero. Hopefully the dust and the hero that comes from it will help us to sort of get back in the game, because we are a little bit behind here. Okay, so we have 309, and there is 124 dust coming in per turn right now, and the hero that we want is 444, I think. Ah, no, show me the cheap one. Is he gone already? Did they buy him? No, there he is. Okay, he's 450 right now. He's 450 right now. We're still not going to reach it next turn, which is kind of sad. Especially since we just finished an Empire Mint here, and it seems like our dust didn't really go up all that much. That's sort of disappointing, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh boy. So that's just garbage units. We're going to go kill them for free XP. Oh, look at that. So we found Kazanji, but we also found the... That is a roving clan's fleet that is naval right now with a bunch of land units. And they seem to be headed towards our capital, which is not a good thing. So we're going to take these guys out real quick for the free XP, and then we'll go ahead and move down to go after them. We should probably start building out some land units to defend ourselves as well, though. So that's something we'll be doing after this. let's put everybody down here. I think that's probably our best bet, is just to put everybody down here and gang up on them. Although, really, with as weak as they are, we're probably better off splitting like this. Let's do that. Can you get that guy? No, you don't have the movement to get that guy. Okay, so yeah, just go after that guy then. That should be fine. Get him, boys! What the... Why did he just, like, do nothing? I don't know why he didn't move or do anything. That was kind of weird, but whatever. He just, like, stood there and decided to acid spray nothing. Don't know what that was all about. Get him, boys. Come on. Finish this. Oh, that was nice from our hero. Just smashed him. Look at that, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Burn it down, y'all. Okay, nice experience gains there. We, of course, killed all of those land units, and we need to get our butts down here as quickly as possible. I am counting on the fact that we should be able to intercept these guys because we do have a little bit better naval speed, I believe, with our hero. So we should be able to catch these guys. And as long as we intercept them on the water, they're actually not really a threat, which is kind of crazy and actually really, really useful for us. Let's come over to this region and investigate. See what's over there so that we can check out what we need to clear before we settle. I don't think there's really anything over there we have to clear before we settle, though. So I'm not as worried about that. Okay. So it looks like we've potentially explored everything on our little island. I'm going to send this guy over here now to go ahead and scout this next little island. We know that there is an Erisys village there. That's something to consider, but it's not necessarily the best thing. Also, we know that if we decide to catspaw one of these armies and get them under our control, we can put them with our admiral here, and it'll make them more effective naval units, and you can actually get effective naval units out of those land armies like that. That being said, our immediate focus is still getting Exit the Chosen, and the question is, how do we actually succeed at that? And I think in this case, that is the answer. Yeah, that'll do it right there. However, we could also leave a couple people in production and still get enough. No, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. We're going to place a burrow to start with. We'll do one right here. That is going to reduce our happiness, but we're 2 away from being, like, okay here. And then I am going to put everybody in dust just to be safe, because the price of heroes does raise slowly over time, and I want to make sure we actually have enough, because 450 probably won't be enough next turn. And oh boy, do we need to catch these guys. Okay, here we go. If we intercept those guys on the water, we have nothing to fear from the roving clans, in my opinion. But if we don't, if they manage to get by, then we're going to need to start pumping out cheap Erisys armies, or catspawing some of these armies to protect our land. Okay, main Maritime Academy is done in Ramf. Burrow Street's under production. Shirel is working on Burrow Streets, and Elmchana is working on Burrow Streets as well. Thanks to the scientific progress of another empire, new legendary building and deeds are available and ready to be complete, but you must be fast. Only one empire will be able to achieve each one of them and receive the benefits. So, immovable force is be the first to have 3 guardians. Be the first to have an empire approval value of 100 in order to gain the reward. That's actually really good, and we kind of want that. But another empire has achieved that legendary deed, sadly. Be the first to build the legendary building. That's also a great building, but we won't have the resources for it anytime soon, in my opinion. Yeah, somebody immediately completed that. Sad times, we would have really liked to have that. Okay, so I'm gonna move these guys 1 hex by 1 hex, you know, just to try to get as close as we can to stopping these guys from landing. Can you intercept them? You can get dang close, then do it. Do it. Try to intercept them. You know what we may do here, because we can? We could take these Minotaurs over and try to intercept them right there. But we could also just wait for them to make landfall and then come at them with the Minotaurs. They have 4 Dervishes, though. Dervishes are pretty strong units, to be honest. So maybe we will... No, hold on. Before we catspaw, we want to get our hero. Give me Exit, baby. That's what we want. Yes! Okay, so now that we have Exit the Chosen, we can put him wherever we want. I'm gonna put him on Elmchaya here. Is it Elmchaya? Yeah, it's Elmchaya. It's hard to read the I there. It's Elmchaya. So I'll put him on Elmchaya here, and what I'm gonna do... Or should I? I should probably put him right here. That actually makes more sense. Since we're producing more naval units here, I'm gonna put him here. I was gonna put him on Elmchaya. So let's go ahead and make him the accessories that any hero should have when they're running a city. Go ahead and give us a little more science. And a little more dust. Thank you very much, buddy. Nailing it. Okay. So you guys can continue on your journey down south. Does he actually have skill points left to assign? He does not. But he does have level 1 of Impassioned Preacher, which is going to help us with our Fids generation, well, our Fidzy generation. So we don't need to push super heavy into Dust anymore. We could switch over to a production focus there, and that's fine. Right here, we could do the same thing, and it would also be just fine. We should check our food right here and see if we can get... No. Okay. We always want to check our food and see if we can instantly get a pop, because the multiplicative benefits of having a pop that turn, like another one, is just that good. Okay, 2 turns for another pop here, so we'll go into production instead, which is going to make it take us 1 turn to get that burrow out, and another 3 for the Chapel of Auriga. We may be able to build another burrow immediately after that. I'm not sure, though, because I'm actually not, like, I haven't memorized the exact population numbers to unlock each burrow, but I know it's like every 2 pop. So if that is our second burrow, we probably won't be able to do another one just yet. Okay, ending our turn here. Please don't let them make landfall. If they make landfall, we have to hire these guys with influence, and then it's just ugly and messy and no fun. Stay out here in the water where we can kill you with, like, no effort. That's what we want. Yes, yes, get closer. Okay, so... They did not make landfall. The Alayi have noted your overall condition and still believe that Auriga has blessed us with her greatest empire. They're mocking us. That's nice. Oh, they made landfall. Okay, so that's not great, but it's also not terrible. No! Somebody just took our thing back. That's frustrating, but whatever. Let's go ahead and mind control these guys and just send them straight over here. That is going to cost us quite a bit of dust, so we're hurting for dust now, and it's winter as well, which doesn't make that any easier. Yeah, go scout right across there. Watch out for that Aeroces, though. That guy's going to try to eat you, just so you know. Oh, and what is this? We have found the Broken Lords. Okay, so the Broken Lords are somewhere over here, it looks like. Let's go ahead and... The dust costs of having this army are, like... exponentially high. It's just amazing how much those armies cost. Let's go ahead and go into dust here, because we basically don't have a choice now. And I'm not sure if the dust costs are that high in the base game, or if that's something that's been modified greatly by the ELCP. That being said, it may just be that I'm not experienced enough with the Morgawr, and I'm not, like, experiencing the full power of the Morgawr to see why that balance is necessary, but it definitely feels limiting to have the dust hit that hard if it is something from the mod. Okay. So, is that an Altar of Auriga? It is. So this should be a level 2 city. Absolutely great. They do have the ability to build either a burrow or a cargo dock here, so we're probably going to build a cargo dock first. That's not exactly the way I would normally build this out, but it's kind of okay. Because what we can do is we'll just go ahead and build another district here, and then we'll use the sort of secondary method of district building that people use, where they put essentially the points on the triangle over and over and over again. Or rather the star, depending on how many you've placed already. And to make sure that the queue starts burning a little bit faster, we can do that. I want cargo docks up there before our vor. And then once that gets placed, we can also put down another burrow, which we'll do right there. Perfect. Okay, so that city should be set for a while. We do not have enough burrows, or enough population here to build another burrow. We do not have water access to build a cargo dock. We're working on that. And then up here, they should be building cargo docks relatively soon. How quickly could we get that Empire Mint, though? We can get that in 1 turn, so I'm going to go for that. And yeah, we should be okay here. We had to basically switch one city entirely into dust to support this army, but I guess that's just the way it's going to be. In the meantime, though, if y'all want to be like that, though, you want to just try to rush our land, we'll just come on over here and we'll take your naval stuff again. Because we have no qualms with doing that. Oh, they've got more dervishes on the way, y'all. We got to get over there, and actually what we should do here is start producing land units. Which is fine, like, I'm not that worried about that. Let's do this. Let's go make up some rumblers here. Because rumblers do a real good job of slowing the advance of anybody. Go ahead and give him the stun stick there, and then throw on some cheap tier 2 armor. And then, of course, we want to give him the improved movement. That's the biggest one to have right away. But improved vision and sharp senses isn't bad either, but since we only get one, we're just gonna do the movement, of course. And yeah, 126 production costs for one of those Ursies. That's nothing. We can pop out almost one a turn in this city in particular. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to put like one person into food to keep us from losing pop here during the winter. The winter is gonna be harder on Mykara than it is on other cities for sure. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That is also good. Man, and that is just not good. The fact that they're sending over wave after wave is not a good sign for us. However, as I said, if we do manage to, like, block them, which could be possible right there especially, we can kill them in the water and it won't be much of an issue. That's kind of what we're hoping for at this point, is more water kills. If we have to, we can always cat's paw that army as well, but I'd rather not due to the cost. Okay. That should be good. We may have gotten into a war that we were not prepared for. That's the sad reality here. We may be in a war that we were not prepared for. Okay, Empire Mint on Ramf. Yo, do my units still move, guys? Because they could have intercepted that guy. Just saying. Okay, so this scout is getting into a brawl here. I'm going to show the location because it may be worthwhile to do this fight. No, so if we do this fight, we're not actually going to reveal any hexes at all, so I'm just going to retreat here. And then we'll take advantage of that retreat to try to move him away. Hey, come on. You can do it. Try to move away and just get some vision. Okay, so it looks like the Broken Lords are right down here somewhere. The question is, does anybody in the world want to have peace with us? Mocking, Leery, Triumphant. Oh, that's good. So right now, nobody wants to have peace with us. Yo, you guys seem like lots of fun. I'd love to compliment you real quick. Hi. We do have the black mark as well, and I think what might be, or the black spot rather, and I think what might be interesting here is to black spot these guys. A black spot curse has been put on the Empire Arat, regardless of current diplomatic relations toward that empire, and until this is removed, any other empire can enter the cursed empire and eliminate their units for dust without constraint or penalties. That's actually super strong here. Yeah, these guys can go for it with them. Why do they... Oh, they have the black spot on them so that we know we can get them. That's great. I love that. Do these guys have movement left? They have 3 movement. So even if we got them, we probably couldn't get them into the region to back this army up, which is sad, because otherwise I would totally do that. Get them, boys. Okay, so this is still not a bad thing for us. Let's go manual here. What we're gonna want to do is essentially use their healthiest one to tank and try to just kill these guys off with the other ones. And then we oh, they're cavalry slayers. That's way too good. That's way too good right now, guys. Way too good. Okay. So at this point, we're just gonna wreck. Like, get 'em, boys, wreck. Let's have him go here. Oh, we're going last, though, so we don't really get to choose our movements that much. That's fine. We don't get to choose anything here. We're probably gonna get a lot of damage on our scout here, because they're gonna try to rush him. Yeah. Not a whole lot to do there. I probably should have moved the scout away. The scout's gonna die there. Yeah, I should have moved the scout away, guys. That was my fault. Why are you not attacking, though? I watched you move into range. You could have hit him right there. You really could have, and instead of hitting him, you were just like, it's cool, guys, I'm gonna just stand here. Ugh, come on, guys. Fight. Fight like you mean it, come on. Oh, there we go, that's what I'm talking about. Fight like you mean it. Beautiful, just beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna win this fight still, but we're definitely gonna trade. Okay, I can live with this, we're gonna win this fight. We're gonna win this fight, and we're gonna have 1 unit left in this minor army, and we're just gonna let him go. And that means that since we've let him go, we no longer require these people to be in dust. We can move them back into production, or potentially food. Let's go production. And then I'm gonna come over here and... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Can you guys get at least into the same region so that if they attack, you can reinforce? Yes, you can. Look at that, y'all. Here we go. Oh, they do have boarding vessels, though. They do. So this is going to be interesting, because they have reinforcements as well. Unfortunately for them, their reinforcements are not naval units, but our main attacking army is also not naval units. So that's very interesting. They have 3 speed on the water, we have 2. So 3 means they'll be able to get in range there. 1, 2, 3, still able to get in range there. Not able to get in range there. Perfect. You're gonna be going after the boarding vessels and after the Vor. Okay, that's fine. Want the Vor to go there and there because they're not gonna reach the targets. Go on, guys, do your job. Make sure you protect our scout here on the water. Oh wow, that boarding vessel hits pretty hard actually. Hey, look at our scout just wrecking though. That's actually a lot of damage from our scout at range. You notice these guys are all pelting for like 10 and our scout is hitting for, you know, 50 here. That's pretty good. Okay. You I would like to move here, go after that guy. And then you can probably stay where you're at unless you can move there and then go after that guy, and then we can let that guy in. This unit I'm gonna have move kind of back and then fire in on that guy if I can. There we go. Come on, guys, you can do this. You can do this. Kill all these units before they reach land and we'll be like super secure. Get them, boys. Look at that acid spray right there. That's what we talking about. Get them. Oh, is that our hero ship right there? It is. Our hero ship is in the fray now. That's great. Oh, come on. Stop pelting me with these pebbles and let my guys finish this. Can you go here and hit them, and you go kill him, because you're probably going to trade there, and that's fine. There we go. Okay. So we're kind of relying on our naval power being higher rather than we are, like, our numbers, because they obviously have a big numbers advantage here. Oh, but look at how quickly we wiped them out right there. We're just relying on our ability to hit harder in the water. I very much need you guys to go kill these guys now, though. Like, that's our #1 priority at this point, is to kill these dervishes. I don't care if they keep the naval vessels right now. That's not even relevant to me. So I'm curious whether we just hit our own unit there with that acid spray or not. I'm not sure we did, but it kind of looked like it. No, we didn't take damage, so we probably didn't. I think it just shows the damage it does to the armor as well. Oh, look at that. Level ups for at least a couple of our guys, and we wiped out everything. So much for your offensive there, huh, roving clans. Let's come over here and grab this facility now, and we should definitely be building those Ursi's armies anyway, just to protect ourselves. And we'll also... The question is, do we want to back those Ursi's up with some masterminds here? That could be very useful. In fact, maybe we will drop 2 Ursi's here, and we'll go make a new sort of support mastermind. We'll just call him the support. Just to make it easy for us when we go to pick him out of the lineup to build. So we can give him unsteady or slow down here. Unsteady is going to be way better if we're going to tank with our Ursi's, because it's going to help them stay alive longer. And then we're going to go ahead and give him the basic armors, and of course, in his case, it's actually probably better to give him improved vision and sharp senses, and the main reason for that is because that extra range defense is going to help keep him alive when other people are trying to burn them down. There we go, and they'll come out 2 at a time, which is great. This guy's leveled up. We definitely want to get another level of Ingenious Admiral or Ancient Mariner here. I think we're going to go with Ingenious Admiral, since we've been building a bunch of Vor and it adds movement, and movement seems to be the one major weakness of the Vor. I think that's probably the best idea. Not so sure about this Settler and where he's at in queue, honestly. Probably going to pull him back a little bit because we do have an Empire plan coming in 6 turns. We don't need to switch fully into that Empire plan yet. One-way bargaining is not recommended. We accept it as we have no choice. Ah, they're leery and in war, because we have been wrecking them. What naya? Hey, thank you for that compliment. Or did we compliment them? Must you force us to lose a naval region? Do think twice, there's better profit to be had elsewhere. No, you know what the real profit is in, buddy? The real profit is in me taking 1 facility from your naval region, defending it, and then making peace with you so I can capture the others. That's where the real profit's at, in case you're wondering. Okay, so that's exactly what we're gonna do right there. Looks like everybody's kind of chugging along here. Of course, Elmchaya struggling for any kind of growth during winter. Like, it's really rough on this region during winter, but that's okay. During winter, we're just gonna have to produce units with them, and that's fine. We're not really that upset about being forced to produce units there. Ending our turn. Okay, very excited things happening. Black Spot Clean Hands achievement. Hey! So I don't even know what that achievement is for, but we got it, so that's cool. That shows how much I've played the Morgawr is what that shows. And I'm trying to use Steam's overlay there to look at it, but Steam's overlay is garbage, so I can't tell you guys what it is. I'll have to check it out later. Okay, Burrow Streets, Chapel of Auriga, and that's fine. And now let's go ahead and see... interesting. So we have found a new city from the Broken Lords who've just founded it here in this region. They are very close to us now, but it looks like their other region is right there, so it kind of makes sense. We're not gonna start any trouble with them because there's really no need for that. In fact, we could be friends, guys. We could be friends. Look at how many naval units they have. Although none of these are actually naval. Okay, they have one actual naval unit. The rest of those naval units are simply land units that are sort of transferring over here, which is fine. We could infiltrate that place if we hired another hero. Speaking of which, we have 449 dust, so hiring another hero is actually a reachable goal for us. Let's go ahead and see which one we think would do the best for us, though, overall. We could get another naval hero right here. That would actually not be terrible. That being said, though, we probably want to wait and hope that another governor comes up, because the governors are what's going to help us sort of ramp back into things. Actually, now that I think about it, Mr. Wildwalker Governor, what do you have? Sadly, he has army boost. If he had had, like, production efficiency, it might have been worthwhile to go with him. Because they do get a ton of production boost. Like, right there, that would be huge in our volcanic region. So, unfortunately, he's not the right one, though. We are out of time for this episode, though, guys. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and click that like button. If you want to see more of our great content here on the channel, ranging from 4X to Fire Pro Wrestling to visual novels recently, go ahead and click that subscribe button and make sure to ding that bell notification, because every time you ding that bell notification, we whoop the roving clan's butt on the ocean so they never actually reach our shores, because that's how we do. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!